Hello, happy Sunday. Oh, man, it's October. Can you believe it? It's crazy. I haven't been on for about a week. I guess it was last week where I did my little video and I showed you the garden and my decorations. And I was gonna do one. I was gonna do a video midweek. I can't remember whether I started it or not. It was the midweek one where I have gone to practice, gone to the Aikido in the morning, but I didn't. So I thought, well, I'm sitting here just poking around on a Sunday afternoon. Avery and I had our long walk to the river today. It was kind of an interesting week. It was kind of busy and kind of not. I got to all the Aikido practices, and unfortunately I was kind of sore. So I scheduled a massage, but it's not for a couple of weeks still because my massage therapist is going out of town for a week. So I'm working with that. Oh yeah, I went to the little opening at Nest RVA, and I posted some pictures on Instagram of that. And I tried out Laura Lee's next door before I went, and it was very good. I had a drink that's like a Negroni, but instead of gin, they use tequila. So it's tequila. There's a kind of a vermouth called, I think it's called Kochi Amaro or something like that, and Campari. It was very tasty, and I got a really nice salad with a buttermilk dressing. I just got a couple of sides. I got the salad with buttermilk dressing, and then, oh man, I'm tired now. And then I got polenta with wild mushrooms, and then I even indulged and got dessert, which was some like a vanilla gelato with berries, and they said a stout reduction, which is what they drizzled on it. But then it had this really nice sort of flat meringue, like a more like a hard baked meringue, but it was still very tender. It was very good. And then I went to the show at the place next door. It was very nice. Met a couple people. In fact, one of the people that was there is a woman that I regularly see when I'm out walking. So we both noticed how, we kind of look different when we're in a different setting. So that was nice. And then I had discovered a leak in my roof the other day. So that was exciting. Oh, of course, we had some really outrageous torrential rain during the week. It's just like so soggy. It's like we didn't get any rain in August, and then we got like over 4 to 5 inches in September, and we're ahead by about 8 inches for the year. So now, back to the roof. So I went upstairs, and I had noticed that the ceiling looked a little weird like a couple months back, but I was in denial about it. Oh, it's just the humidity in the bathroom, right? So then I'm sitting there on the toilet, and I'm going, something's dripping on my back. And it's like, oh crap, it's the ceiling. So that was interesting. I kind of got weirded out a little bit about that, but it was an interesting experience to move through. And I thought back to our Aikido class on Tuesday, where we were talking about when things happen that we don't anticipate happen or don't really want to happen, but then putting a spin on it about, okay, well, maybe I can use this to learn something. So for me, it was like, okay, I feel the immediate panic response in my gut, especially, in dealing with house stuff by myself. It's just, okay, let's think through this. Where do we, how do I find somebody? How do I bring them in? How do I know they're good? And so I used all the tools that that I had at my disposal as far as putting out some notes. Like there's an app called Nextdoor, and it connects everybody in a neighborhood. So anybody know any good roofers? So long story short, yesterday morning they came by, and so they went up in the attic, because I had gone up in the attic to look where it was coming into, which was like, ooh, that was another thing that I don't like going up in my attic. It's like, it's a walk-up attic, but it's got the yucky old kind of insulation that looks kind of like ground up dryer lint. It's not like the new insulation that comes in nice rolls and it's pink and it's like really gross kind of stuff they put up there. And so I'm just like climbing everywhere, and I was sore yesterday too. I'm thinking, oh God, what's the matter with me? Why am I sore? It's like, oh yeah, that's right, I was climbing around in my attic. So anyway, so they came and they went in the attic, and then two guys came at first, and then their kind of like boss guy came afterwards. And so he went up and looked. He said, well, he says, how old is your roof? I said, I don't know. I said, I've lived here for 2 years. I don't know how old it was. He said, well, he's already going to, you might need a whole new roof depending on how much damage we see. So then he went around and he examined pretty thoroughly. I heard him walking all over in the attic. And he came down and said, okay. He said, your roof isn't that old. He says, it's maybe 8 to 10 years old, and your shingles, are 25-year shingles. They're not in bad shape. He says the problem is that the roof wasn't installed well. So he said, so to do the work on where there are the leaks, and there's like new flashings and sealing around like the chimney and things like that, it'll cost like $1,600. And for me, it was like, whew, okay, $1,600. That doesn't sound that much compared to $7,000-8,000 for doing a whole new roof. It's like, well, yeah, I'd rather spend the money on something else on the house, but I have a fund, a savings that I can draw on for that. So they put something up there to kind of a moisture barrier for now, because they're backed up. I think they're still working on stuff, the damage that people had from the storms, different storms this summer. So that was my activity yesterday. And then I went grocery shopping, and I went to World Market, and that was fun. I got one of those Trader Joe's, just the margarita pizzas, the plain kind. And then to dress it up, I took some basil from my garden and chopped it up, and then put up chopped Kalamata olives and marinated artichoke hearts. And that was very tasty. That was my dinner. I might have leftovers today. Avery and I took our long walk this morning. I was going to start working on some stuff, some art stuff, or there's a number of things I was thinking of working on. I thought, maybe I'll just take the rest of the day off and relax. But you can see, it's probably hard to see. I've got a whole bunch of, no, you can't see. I've got a whole bunch of prints that I've been making on the, from my work, from my different pen holes and holders. I'll show you. Let me show and tell here. So these are the panels that they're wood, the Blick ones, that I put the prints on, and I use this stuff. I can make a video maybe when I'm doing it, but this is really good stuff. It's better than the spray mount kind of stuff. And you can move it around too, so that when you first adhere the stuff, it doesn't move around, and it's cleaner than Mod Podge and things like that for when you're going to be doing the encaustic over it. So then I made all kinds of little prints, and you just use computer paper. So these are all my photos here. I like this one, a little double exposure of the mushrooms. So I got a lot of these were like from the garden, that I had taken with my toy camera, my Holga, and they're on film. So those will go on like just the little 5x5 panels. Oh, I like this one. This one's the Golden Gate Bridge. It's a pinhole. Isn't that cool? And if you see, you can see like, can you see? It's hard to see because it's so dark, but you can see the rest of the bridge through there. It's actually a really nice one. And then this is another one of my fall ones. That's from this one's a Holga too. Oh, here's a bigger one of that. You can see here. The Golden Gate Bridge one. So, and then this was one of the pinholes from Port Costa when I was just there. This is actually the Hudson. This is another pinhole. This is the Hudson River. And here we have the Oakland Bay Bridge and the ferry coming in. And here's another one of the Oakland Bay Bridge. I did a small one of this that I had to actually, I cropped it down quite a bit because it wasn't quite the right size to fit on the 8x8. So I was working on those the other day, printing those out and figuring what I want to, which ones I want to do like that. So I will be working on those and get my encaustic, my griddle set up and all that so that I can do those and have some work, and then, I don't know, try to sell them somewhere. That's the hard part. So that's about it. Nothing else going on now. I just got a text that looks like that's my neighbor, I think. Let me see. Who is that? Oh, I know who that is. What else? I think that's it. I've been having ups and downs like I always do. Boy. It's been a little bit hard being back. Haven't talked to my daughter in a while. They got back from Europe from their honeymoon, but we haven't had a chance to talk. And I like it when I can talk to her more often and not just exchange brief text messages. But I did talk to my son the other day. He called. He was going up to Guerneville, to the Russian River, with his girlfriend for the weekend. And they're going to Iceland in a couple weeks. So I need to just keep working on stuff here. There's more stuff I need to do in the garden now that it's really going to actually be cooling off. I'm going to have my chimney inspected so that I'm all set up for the winter. I'm going to have some wood delivered. I need to get out. I need to buy a little, like a small electric chainsaw so that I can cut up a lot of the branches that fall and then put them in a place so they can dry out, and I'll use them for kindling. Oh yeah, I've got the pinhole class that'll be at the end of the month. And next week, I'm going to go up to DC area. I'll stay in Alexandria in Old Town, but there's a guy here on YouTube. His name is Flula, or DJ Flula. He's a kooky guy, and I would check out his videos. Anyway, he's going to be doing like a stand-up kind of show in DC, and I've contributed to his Indiegogos, some of his different creative campaigns. So I thought, it'd be fun to go see him in person. So I'm going to go up there Saturday, Sunday, and Avery will stay with my friend Rocco's mom. So she'll stay with Rocco while I'm gone. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I'll do a little video of that. Maybe I'll get into DC to do, I don't know, do a little photography before I head back, or else I'll go up again and when the colors are really changing. I would like to see the new African American Museum, but it's all the pre-sale tickets are sold out until the end of the year, and they have a certain amount of day tickets available, but unless I'm going on a weekday, I probably won't get in, but I'd like to see it from the outside anyway. So that's about it for this Sunday, October 2nd. I hope you're all doing well. Bye.